A month ago, I was so sad. I had so much anxiety. I was having panic attacks every single day I had to go to work. I went on short-term disability, wasn't guaranteed that I would get short-term disability, had no income coming in, taking a chance on myself, learning a new craft, not worrying about money, even though I didn't have any income coming in, taking money out of my pocket so that I could learn something that I've been wanting to learn, that my intuition told me, learn how to DJ, and now I have a work opportunity from it. I'm going to be going to different locations every single time. Do you see how things happen? How your life can change in the blink of an eye. The moment I decided I want to change my life, I'm not okay with this, I'm not okay in the situations I'm in, I deserve better, and I started believing that and changing my mind, things started changing for the positive, and now I have quantum leaped and I am the person that I wanted to become. Hi everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel. My name is Ruby Patchouli, and on this channel we talk about curls and self-development. In today's video I will be talking about quantum leaping, how to quantum leap, changing timelines, deciding you are not okay with your life, and taking the proper steps and actions to change your life into the reality that you desire. I was doing a lot of research on how to make changes, and I was making changes. However, I didn't feel like I was progressing. I felt like my energy was pretty stagnant. But then something just changed. From one week to another, I quantum leaped drastically in such a short amount of time. I'm now in a different timeline, and I want to talk to you guys about what that transition has been and how I did it and how you can do it. Quantum jumping, right? What is it? It's when you're able to transition into a new reality, which you couldn't do it before, right? But somehow now it's different. You're able to do it. Some people also, it's also considered like a quantum shift, right? You're shifting your reality into a different reality. And the way that you do that is through shifting your mindset. That's the first thing you have to do. And you can do this by visualizing, right? Visualizing affirmations, choosing your character, your avatar. And the most important thing is visualizing what it is you want and tapping into the frequency of that, feeling the frequency of that, trying to imagine how it would feel if you had what you wanted, if you were living in the reality that you wanted. The most important thing is to shift your mindset. If you're having negative self-talk, shift it. Even if you don't believe it, just try to change what you're saying. Because remember, words are spells. In order to do this, you have to work on your state of consciousness, right? What does that mean? You have to work on your mindset, on what it is that you are believing. I'm gonna put it in a way that is digestible for me. You have to be delusional. Be delusional. Some people don't like being delusional because they feel like, oh, you have to be realistic. Trust me, I was like that too. I was a realist. But when it comes to manifestation and quantum leaping and changing your reality, right? And becoming the person that you want, you have to be delusional with what it is you want, because anything is possible, guys, ladies. Anything is possible. There's so much abundance in this world. God is a great God, right? There's so much abundance here to go around. You can have anything you want. You just truly have to believe it. So be delusional. Dream big, because like they say, shoot for the stars so you can at least land on the moon. In order to shift timelines, you have to shift your negative thoughts into positive thoughts. There are many ways you can do this. You can do this by visualization, affirmations, meditation, reading positive scriptures, quotes, and listening to inspirational messages. It's also really important to block out negative people, places, and things, right? You have to be self-aware enough to realize that the way that you have been speaking about your reality has been very negative. Remember about the law of assumption. The law of assumption is by believing the thing you want already exists in your life, right? You'll manifest it into existence. With everything, there is duality, right? So when you are speaking very negatively about your current life status, right? About where you're at in life, we are magnets. So we are speaking out negativity. What do you think is going to come back? Negativity. We're attracting whatever we are saying, however we're feeling. So if we're feeling low, if we're feeling negative, we're going to continue attracting that, right? It is when you switch that into a positive, that's when you'll start seeing more positive things coming into your life. That is one way I switched my reality. There's this huge component that I feel is what gave me the aha. I felt like it was the missing puzzle to everything. Once I learned that information, it was the last puzzle I was missing, and it was like boom, that's when I completely shifted my reality and I jumped timelines. Guys, I'm not kidding. It is so crazy how quickly this happened. That person that you saw 2 weeks ago is not the person that you have before you right now. It's such a transformation, and I'm going to get further into this because if I did it, you can definitely do it. In order to quantum leap, you have to envision what it is that you want, what type of reality you want. Feel like you already have that. Feel you're already that person. Feel that you already have all those things. Think about how it would feel if you already are that person, if you already have those things, right? Try to put yourself in the same vibrational frequency as the things that you want. So even though you may not have them right now, act like you have them and try to stay in that frequency. Something that helped me with this was watching other content creators that are living the type of life that I want. There was this one YouTuber that I saw her video. Her name is Libby, and in the video she had just received her silver YouTube plaque. She got pretty emotional in the video, and so did I. I got so emotional because I put myself in her shoes. I was able to feel all the joy from getting my silver YouTube plaque. I was able to put myself in that in that frequency of having 100,000 followers. It's things like that that will help with shifting your timeline. I know I might sound woo-woo, but it's not woo-woo, guys. Look, every single religion has a certain name for what this is, right? Quantum leaping is a scientific name for faith. Faith is trying not to be stressed out with how the outcome is coming and believing that God is going to show up for you. Leaving it to God. That's faith, right? Christians call it as faith. People call it manifestation. People call it law of assumption. There are different names, but it's all the same thing. It's believing that you have the thing that you want, and I guarantee you that thing will come. And the way to do this is by switching your negative self-talk into a positive. There's duality in everything, so doing the opposite of what you're currently doing right now. If you are currently unhappy with the state that your life is currently in, with your current reality, start doing the opposite. Negative self-talk, tell yourself something positive. If you're at a job that you hate and your job is very toxic, look for a job that is less toxic. Leave that situation. When you want to shift your realities, you also have to be mindful about the type of people that you're allowing in your life. Do you have negative people in your life right now? Do you have people that when you hang out with, you guys just stay in this very low vibrational state? You guys are negative, you guys are gossiping, you guys are just talking about all the problems that you have in your life without trying to find any solutions. Then maybe you need to get yourself out of that space. You have to find yourself people who are actively trying to better themselves. Or you can hermit. A lot of people, when they're trying to completely change their life, do a 180, they usually have to hermit, and that's okay. Surround yourself with people who have the type of life that you want to have. Not saying to use them, just surround yourself around those type of people. Maybe learn from them, try and find a mentor. Right before you are going to quantum leap to change your timelines, you might be in a pretty low space, in a pretty negative space. That's pretty common when you are about to shift timelines and go into the reality that you desire. But this is the most important part, not to lose faith when you are in this phase. Know that everything's gonna work out. I am not working. I have no income coming in. My chiropractor recommended that I go on disability. He approves it, but it's been a month. I still don't have income. I don't have disability money, but I told myself I'm not going to stress out about this because everything is working for me, not against me, right? The money's going to come. No matter what, the money's going to come. I tried really hard not to stress out because when it comes to money, as a lot of us do, money is a huge stress factor in many people's lives. And I kept telling myself, it's okay, it's all right, Ruby, don't worry about it. If anything, you will find a job. You'll get a job where you don't have to stand up because of my back. Whew, that's why I am in disability. And mind you, I just heard about short-term disability a month and a half ago. I never knew that there is a program, a government program, that allows you to take time off of work paid if you're experiencing physical disability or even mental disability. You can go on disability for anxiety, for depression. For anyone who's watching, if you are having a hard time at work and it's affecting your mental health, you can go on disability. You have to see your doctor and ask them if taking time off of work would be something that they feel would benefit your mental health or whatever physical ailment you have, and then you just go on Google and type in short-term disability, and for your state it should pop up, and fill out the application. The type of person, the character that I am embodying is a character that doesn't worry about money, that doesn't allow money or lack of money stop her from living the life she wants. She doesn't have a scarcity mindset. This is something that I have been working on for a really long time, is my mindset around money, because I grew up with not a lot of it. You know, I grew up in a single parent household. My mom would always tell me, like, we don't have money for that. You can't do that. It's just what it is. Money doesn't grow on trees. And I have a lot of family members who are on public assistance, government assistance. I just have one cousin who's pretty good with money. Thankfully, she has shown me how to navigate like credit and money and savings, etc. But I still have this scarcity mindset. I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I know a lot of us think like that as well. But this time, I told myself I'm not going to worry about this, no. And I was approved for disability, so now I'm going to have some income coming in. It's limited. It's only for a certain amount of time, and I will still have to dip into my savings, but any little bit counts. Match the same vibrational frequency of what it is that you desire. The vibrational frequency of what I want is, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a woman that takes care of herself, mind, body, soul. Right? I want to be someone who wakes up early. So the way that I match that, the vibrational frequency of that, is by doing that. I tried multiple ways to wake up early. It didn't work. But then at the right place, at the right time, the universe, God, brought to me, put the idea in my mind to do Pilates and to join ClassPass. I did both of those things, and boom, I was able to stack my habits. I was able to wake up early and start working out. Pilates gave me a reason to wake up early. And then after that, it was my mind, right? So what did I do for my mind? When I wake up, I right away turn on an Affirmations podcast. And I listen to that, because when you wake up, your alpha and beta brain waves are present. So it's much easier for your mind to digest whatever information you feed it, which is why it's so important not to go on social media as soon as you wake up. This is the best time to feed the type of information you want, so that your mind, your thoughts, can really digest it and believe it, feel it. So I did that for my mind. And then for my soul, what I've been doing is been meditating. I've been gratitude journaling. So in the morning, I'm trying to write what I'm grateful for. By doing those things, that is what will push you to quantum jump into the reality that you desire. Hope you're getting this. This is a lot of good information, okay? The other thing, picking the character that you want to be in life and becoming that character. A lot of people might say that what I'm about to say is vain or superficial, but I don't care. It helped me. The character I want to be looks a certain way. So one thing that I did was I went out and I purchased inexpensive but still good quality matching gym sets. Wearing cute outfits to exercise, it's a motivation for me. And the type of woman that I am becoming has her shit together, has her wardrobe together. I started doing the things that my higher self does. I started trying to edit outside of the apartment. Even though I'm currently not working, doesn't mean that I have to stay here all the time. Going out first thing in the morning, even if I'm not taking a Pilates class, walking, getting my body moving, catching the sun, being in front of the sun. The sun is so healing. These are things you can do in the morning. The amount of blessings you will receive if you just take a leap of faith. My life has changed so much in a matter of 1 month. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting there. Best believe I'm gonna get to 100,000 followers. I'm going to make a living as a content creator. I am going to be able to live an abundant life. I want to be a digital nomad. I want to be able to live wherever I want to live and still make money. Passive income is the goal. I'm not here to live the stereotypical American dream. I don't want the American dream. I want my dream, and we're gonna get there. Whew, okay, makeup is done. Now I have to do my hair, but we'll do that in another video. A few things I want to remind you of how to quantum leap is: 1, visualization. 2, choose a character. Choose the character you want to become and embody. Think about, how does your character dress? How does your character do her makeup? How does your character wear her hair? I know these things sound vain, but just follow me. What does your character do? Does she take herself out on lunch dates? Does she work at a coffee shop on her computer? Does she do Pilates? Does she love lifting weights? What type of exercise does she like to do? Because exercise is really important. You got to work on your mind, body, and spirit, right? What type of exercise does your character do? Does your character wake up in the morning? What does your character do in the morning? Does she like to journal? Does she like to meditate? Does she drink coffee? Does she drink matcha? Does she drink tea? What does she like to eat? Does she eat healthy? Where does she shop? What type of groceries does she buy? How does she speak? What does she wear? What type of people does she surround herself with? What does she do on the weekends? What does she do for work? For your mind, what type of content does your character observe? Does your character like to read, or is your character more of a podcast person? Does your character like to listen to books instead of reading books? Does your character like to listen to affirmations? What are you going to do for your mind? Does your character go to therapy? How does your character feed their body? What do they like to feed their body with nutritionally? Does your character like green juices or smoothies or wellness shots? Is your character vegan? Is your character keto? Does your character care about cooking at home, or is your character okay with going out to eat, just making sure that she's picking places that are health conscious, that focus on whole-based foods, etc. You know, I'm being very specific. And then spirit. Does your character meditate? Does your character have a specific religion, or is your character just spiritual? Feeding your inner child, doing the things that your inner child wanted to do. And what I mean by that is, what are the things that you always wanted to try when you were younger, when you were a child, a teen, or even now that you haven't tried? And do those things. Do the things that make you happy. Go rollerblading, go biking, go swimming. Listen to music that brings you joy. Go to the beach, go to the movies. Also think about, does your character drink? Character you want to become do any drugs? How are you going to feed your spirit? Does your character like to read the Bible? Does your character like to go to sound baths, and that's how they feed their spirit? Does their character like to align their chakras? Just get really in depth about the type of person that you want to become. Write it down, visualize it, and try to put yourself in that frequency and feel yourself as that character, and allow yourself to get very emotional when you're doing this. Another thing to do is stack habits. Stack your habits. What are the habits that you want to work on, and stack them? That is the best way to create a habit. So wake up early, work out right away. When you come back, take a shower or drink a protein shake, a smoothie, a very nutritional meal. Do your makeup, put on a nice outfit, start working. For everyone is going to be different. Start seeing yourself as the most important, biggest project you will ever work on. You are the most important thing. Give more love to the areas that you don't like about yourself. Practice gratitude. Gratitude journaling can be very beneficial for you, especially if you want to quantum leap. If you do all of these things, I guarantee you, you will move into the reality that you want, and you will start embodying that person that you have always wanted to become. You are going to start embodying your higher self. I guarantee you. I hope that this video helped. This is new for me, but this is something I'm very excited for, and I'm gonna continue showing up authentically for myself, for my YouTube community, and I know that the right people will start finding my channel. Anything is possible, ladies. You just have to dream big, be delusional, and shift that mindset. Thank you guys so much if you stayed for the entire video. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.